Hi, and thank you for tuning in to the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. It is Talk About It Tuesday. Now this week, actually this month, we're focusing on the book of Ruth, and specifically this week, we are focusing on chapter 2. Today we're going to start reading in chapter 2, verse 4. It says, "And behold, Boaz came from Bethlehem, and he said to the reapers, 'The Lord be with you.' And they answered, 'The Lord bless you.' Then Boaz said to his young man who was in charge of the reapers, 'Whose young woman is this?' And the servant who was in charge of the reapers answered, 'She is the young Moabite woman who came back with Naomi from the country of Moab.' She said, 'Please let me glean and gather among the sheaves after the reapers.' So she came, and she has continued from early morning until now, except for a short rest." You know, this is so interesting in scripture because we see in this circumstance something that happens very often in culture today. Ruth's reputation preceded her. You know, in this instance, Boaz has not physically met Ruth yet. He hasn't encountered her one-on-one, but he noticed her in the field. She was out of place. He hadn't seen her before. And so he asked about her. And the foreman, so to speak, of the fields was quick to respond praises of Ruth's character. He talks about how graciously and humbly she came and asked permission to glean in the field. Then he describes that from early morning until now, which was late in the day, she had been diligently working, except for just taking a short rest. And we hear Boaz listen to this. And in the future verses, which we'll get to later this week, we see the favor that he instills onto Ruth because of it. You know, we talked yesterday about approaching our day with the intention of doing our very best, looking at every moment for opportunities to be used by God and to be a representation for Him. And here we see the ramifications of it. People are watching. People are watching when we notice it and when we don't. People are looking at your lifestyle, how you respond to conflict, how you deal with difficult situations, how you work, maybe when the boss isn't around, the things that you joke about, the way that you live your life. They're watching us. And sometimes our greatest testimony as believers is not through what we say, but it's actually through what we do. I want to challenge you today as you ponder this, as you pray about it, as you talk it over with a friend potentially. When are times in your life where you've met someone and they've said, "Oh, I've heard about you," good or bad? You know, it's probably happened to most of us. But in that moment, what was your first thought? Were you nervous about what they'd heard? Were you excited about what they'd heard? Probably different depending on what the person, how they said it or who they are. But think about future experiences. Who are the people that are watching you? And what would they say about your life? Now, none of us are perfect. That's not the goal. But you know what? We can strive each day to represent Christ to the best of our ability. We can ask God for grace to give us wisdom in tough situations. We can ask for His guidance in how to handle ourselves and the workforce, our homes, our school, wherever we are. And so think and pray today and ask the Lord to reveal to you maybe areas of your life that you can represent Him fully, accurately, and to the best of your ability. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope to see you again tomorrow for another daily dose for spiritual growth.